Happy Hour Hangout number 16.
Happy hour.
Can you believe it? 16 of them already.
Crazy.
16? We've done that many? Wow.
Yeah, feels like we just started.
Awesome.
We're still learning
Yeah.
along the way. Thanks,
Good
Vix.
to see everybody.
I'd like to think we've evolved a little, but yeah, we've come a ways. Indeed. Nice. And my alerts are going off. Coins are running. The life of a scalper. Live on Twitch as well. Welcome to
Of
it.
course, it's going to happen when we're live. I mean, while we're not unable to trade at the moment.
It's it's kind of a redundant saying because there's stuff always running, and these three exchanges we're looking at, Binance, KuCoin, AMXC, I've actually stopped putting so many alerts on because coins are just popping up all the time.
Yeah, they drive you insane a little bit, in a good way. You have to be happy about that. Oh, Marcel disappearing yet?
I'll be back.
There we go.
That was cute.
He has his hat on now because
I
we're
see.
riding the
Everybody got their hat.
BB.
Yeah, everybody needs to have their cowboy hat on today.
Well,
BB.
exactly. I've got a hat on, and funny enough, I look a lot like that in real life. But hopefully,
Let me get my hat on.
You do that. Hopefully, you ladies and gents who are attending here live and watching the recording, welcome to it. Yet another great episode of the Hodlnots Happy Hour Hangout with myself and my amazing co-hosts in hats. Michelle shortly. Loving the theme. Even old Barney sitting on the top shelf there, like an elf on a shelf, is
cute.
riding along the theme. We've got Wendy's boots. Obviously, those boots are nice and clean. They're waiting behind you on the shelf. And
I got him.
Yeah.
I can move over. Hold on.
There we go.
Yeah.
The other side.
See my boot? Yeah, my boot's there. So I'm eating a couple cookies. Hey, why don't we pass out some of these cookies? Pass them out.
Sure.
Everybody gets a cookie, and I can share one of my margaritas.
Oh, that's generous.
I know,
I wouldn't
that's
have thought
very
that was
generous.
gonna happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say you only gave me 2, but look how many beers that you gave Marcel.
Well, Marcel's been collecting them.
Well, I've got a
weeks
jug.
now.
I've got a jug, but I win.
Oh, you got a jug back there. Look at you.
I'll move out the way. So there you go. Anyway, all right. So yeah, lots going on. We've got a lasso. Yeah, well, at least some rope up there. We've got Barney horseshoes bringing us luck the right way around. We've got a bull that's got a reward up for grabs, and a whole bunch of. And there's a harmonica. Thanks. I'm not that great at it. Thanks, Donatien. Okay, cool. All right, ladies and gents, Q&A section down below. As per usual, drop your comments, questions, and anything else you'd like to throw in there. But today's theme, we are riding along on puns all day, but it's gonna be it's to be or not to be rider, and the answer is fairly obvious, and we're going to delve into that in a short while. We've got a new feature or so here on the session on the 4H, which we're going to be delving into shortly. But yeah, I mean, listen, Michelle, I know you're super busy with a whole bunch of things on bitcoindaft.com side, so you haven't had time to scalp as much. But Vicky, Wendy, and Marcel, what have you guys and girls been looking at just today or scalping in the last little bits before we get into the 10 percentages? Anything that's new and happening on
I did a quick scalp from my phone while we were load shedding earlier.
Oh, nice.
We had when we had a call with the community with the dot rooms.
Yeah,
I think I made like a 1% in like 30 seconds or something.
Amazing.
From my phone while zooming on my phone and looking at trading view on my phone and trading on my phone. That wasn't bad.
That's pretty impressive. That skill set's acquired through Hodlnots. Love it. What coin were you looking at, Badger?
That was XNO.
Ah, yeah.
XNO did good. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are on that on the call. It was a great call. Because what we do is we have the community jump on. These are actually the DOT members, so our 3M members, our money maker. What is it? I forgot. We call it 3M.
Minute money makers. 3M. Minute money makers.
Minute money masters.
Master minute money maker? No.
That's a full M.
4M. And we all trade together, which actually I think everyone's really enjoying. And we got some good trades in. And Mexi, we're really kind of having this love-hate relationship with Mexi. and because there are some features on Mexi that we don't love, but the coins, gosh, one coin W3F went 1600%. Yeah, so we, we're still watching that one, and then there was XAI we all jumped onto that one as well. So Mexi is the place to be at the moment.
True. Made some money on Mover. Mover was running an FTX or FTT. Those we made some money on. I made some money on FTT.
I just want to say, if it looks like I'm sleeping, my system is just like every time I blink, my eyes stay closed.
Even on your avatar?
On my avatar, yeah. Only on my avatar.
Oh wait, okay, that's work. All right, I can't snooze here. Anyway, you snooze, you lose here on the Hodlnots Happy Hour Hangout. Some great coins on MEXC, some new ones. Our members and community knowing when and how to grab all those. You've heard us all say before, learning how to sculpt really is the way forward. So speaking about the way forward, let's quickly touch on this week's, at least this session's little program. We've got this new little feature we're announcing. It's called the Bitcoin TAF News Updates. We've got some interesting and fun developments on that side. Michelle's going to be giving us that news little update. We almost need like a little intro piece for that. Kind of thing. Yeah, we'll think about that. And then we're just going to look at some of the general crypto market news updates. Some of you might have heard some of the announcements regarding something around Binance. So we'll hear from Vicky or Wendy just on that. Then Marcel's going to quickly touch on some of the great percentages of the last 2 weeks in the den. And then we're going to dive deep and right on, Cowboy, not into the sunset, but over into Wendy's corner. We're going to talk more about the BB Rider and how amazing that is. And we might touch on something else as well. But for now, Michelle. What? Yes. Who? Oh, no? All right. Michelle, over there in the pink bottle. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
So you've been very involved with Bitcoin TAF for ages in the background, always working on something new and evolving as BitcoinTAF.com does. So what's new in the world of BitcoinTAF.com?
Well, the exciting flavor of the week is, of course, Black Friday.
Woo.
So all of including Hodlnots, have put together some amazing promotions that are currently live. So I'm going to drop this link in the message below in Zoom, and this is where you can get amazing specials. So we created the Bountiful box, which is a BB Rider box and a Hodl Fire indicator and box for 6 months for only $300. Wow. The same with BB for me. You can pay $50, you get the BB Rider and the Hodlnots Den. So basically you pay the same as you would for a den subscription, but you get the BB for free. And with that, all the existing members, when you purchase any one of these combos, then it gets added onto your existing days. So you won't lose any days, you'll only gain days. So of course you want to take advantage of these. It is valid until Tuesday. So head over there and purchase. And then in the website itself, we have some really amazing features that we keep building in the background. One of them being, most of you would have seen, we have a little notification bar at the top here. And the purpose of that is for you to see from all your active subscriptions what the latest and greatest is at the time. So you'll see if you are a member of the Ultimate DeFi course, they've just uploaded an event an hour ago. And when you click on that link, you'll go straight to the details of the webinar. Very cool. The same applies to all of the others. You'll see a document here was uploaded for LTT members and a document for Elliott Waves, and so it goes. So if you have not logged in a while and you want to know what the latest documents, events, videos that were uploaded, you just go to your little notification tab over here and you'll see all your latest things. And that's the Bitcoin TAF section for today.
Very cool. We've got some exciting things that are brewing in the background as well. I don't want to give away too much for now, but for those of you who have been watching our BTAF token calls as well, Mars has hinted at something on that side, some really exciting developments there as well. And don't forget, ladies and gents, BTAF Pay is a really great option as well for those of you accumulating nice big bags of BTAF token. You can make use of BTAF Pay for all of those subscriptions and signals that are available. You can check it out and you can actually go to the products in the online store and you can filter there for BTAF Pay. But there's so much more happening at bitcointaf.com. But let's focus a little bit more again on Hodlnots. This is where we're at. Thanks, Michelle, for dropping that down below in the chat section. It will be announced. Check all the channels as well. Check out the Bitcoin Tough main channel. Check out the Hodlnots announcement channel as well. We'll be sharing that left, right, and center on all of those great specials. Go check out the rest of the Bitcoin Tough products as well. But for those of you in the den and making use of these great, phenomenal bots as well, go and have a look at those ones we have shared already in the lodge, and we'll continue to promote and share those with you. Remember, those specials are valid until next week, Tuesday only. So make sure that you grab some before they run out. I'm joking, they're not going to run out. You just quickly want to jump there. Anyway, so speaking of jumping on, let's jump over the next topic. Let's have a quick look at the general market sentiment and kind of what's happening. We've heard a few rumors and a few things happening over Vicky Wendy. I don't know if you want to share anything on your side as to the general market sentiment right now.
Yeah, well, the big news is obviously Binance and CZ stepping down, and he pleaded guilty that they did do money laundering violations, and he has to pay $4.3 billion in a settlement agreement with the US, and they've appointed a new CEO to Binance, which did bring BNB down a little bit when that news broke. But it is still down at the moment. So if you look at BNB, it is still down. But the good thing about us is coins were running still. So even though BNB was down, as we said at the beginning of the call, you know, one coin went up 1,600%. One coin went up this percent. So we as scalpers are still making money, even though the news of the day took the market down. But yeah, that'll be interesting to see what happens. Wendy, do you have anything to add? Because obviously you talk to Marius more than I do. So
no, he didn't think it was going to affect the market very much. I mean, it does, and you know, we're watching to see what BNB is doing, obviously, because the BTAF token is with BNB, and BTAF token's been doing great. So we've been really excited about watching the BTAF token recently, but no, we're not expecting it to be dramatic in too many ways. I mean, you know, Binance is the biggest exchange in the world. So I haven't heard anything massive to talk about as far as with Binance at the moment. It did affect the coin a little bit, but not the way you would probably expect big news like that to affect it. So no, we're still happy and moving on.
I did see Marius put out a statement or an opinion or a statement in most of our channels. So if everyone hasn't read that yet, it's interesting reading. And I have put it in the lodge for our members as well, just in case they're not part of that.
Yeah, he always updates everybody as soon as possible. He's always on that stuff.
Absolutely, and it's important to. And again, he just reaffirming and reassuring the rest of the community, especially those long-term trades and the Elliott wave as well, that algorithm's still playing out. So again, you know, we do see these announcements. We've experienced some big shifts in the crypto market. Remember Luna, remember FTX, and a couple of things. But this is a little minor blip. And again, we're scalpers. We're not too worried about the long-term view of things. We're just grabbing percentages in dollars in minutes. So it's just good to be aware of this kind of thing and how it might affect us and the general crypto market. But yeah, nothing too major. And again, if any of you, ladies and gents on the call, have any questions around any of this, around the crypto market, we're always going to try and find some interesting pieces to share with you from around the world. We do, especially those in the IPO channel. I know the teams there are always finding new coins that get launched. But then again, us as scalpers, we capitalize on that. Yeah, wins.
Speaking of Luna, have you seen it? 1 minute.
Oh no, good or bad? Yeah.
No, BB Rider just flared off, because that's what we're talking about today. And it's nice on Luna.
It's look at that 1 minute. Oh, beautiful. 7% in 19 minutes. Go Luna, go.
Absolutely. So
it hurt us.
yeah, when you said Luna, it was like, all of a sudden it was really funny because I was watching my BB Rider and the alert went off and it has 3 green checks on it. So that means it's running on 1, it's running all the way up to 15. And it's got 2 beautiful candles on 15 minutes. So good to see. It was just good timing.
Yeah,
That's why
well,
I had to laugh.
it was a segue, wasn't it? Full of them.
It was.
All right. Speaking of segues, Marcel, somebody just poke him there quick. I can't. Right. Marcel, okay, he is awake. Just checking. Cool. Petra, you want to talk about coins in minutes? There we go. If you can and you're able to, just quickly have a quick share with us. What's been happening in the den?
No problem. So this is not the last week, the week just before that. Again, like I said, to those of you that have not joined the school ever, then this is basically a small excerpt of some of the messages in the den. Some of our members that made some profit, and we just take some of those and we compile it into this weekly update just to give like a general overview of what happened over the last week or 2 weeks. So yeah, you can see there someone traded 24.6% on DBT. This was actually a coin that ran a lot more than that. I think it ran, John, can you remember? We were in the newbie target chase when it happened, remember you?
It ran
I think it was like
1,400% or something ridiculous.
Yeah, it was something crazy like that. One of our newbies, I think, scalped 200% on it.
Oh yeah?
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the newbies did. Fantastic.
In the newbie course, he was literally done the course that week and he scalped 200%. And this wasn't planned, I promise. It was found on the BB Rider.
Yep.
Yeah. That's good.
So I found it on the BB Rider, called it the newbie room, and the newbies scalped like every last single cent out of that coin. So that was great.
Timing is everything.
Some other trades, some of the trades, it's not necessarily like super high percentages like this, but they can be in like a very short time span. So like I mentioned earlier, I scalped 1% in 30 seconds while being on the phone earlier today. This was a almost 4% scalp in 25 seconds. A lot of the trades we have like smaller profits, and we add that together, and it's normally within a candle or 2 that we take those profits. So some of these you'll see is don't be like annoyed that it's only 3%, but look at the actual time it took to scalp that. If you have 10 of those trades, it's 30% in what the actual time that it takes you to trade it. It's basically, if you compare it to longer term trading, it's quite instant gratification, which I love. Then there's another 6% here, 6%, 5%, 9%. Here's someone who grabbed multiple trades on FTT. There was also multiple trades adding to like 8%, 9%. And it's quite cool to see. Let's have a look at this week.
Just shows you as well, following one coin front of the mountain, which we teach on our course, being able to check those time frames. You can literally get in and out of coins multiple times and rack up those percentages.
Exactly. So again, this week was sort of, it seems like it was an MEXC week. There were some Binance profits. I know there was one down here there. That also a good percentage, but it stayed in a little bit longer, this member. He's also a more advanced trader, so he knew to stay in a little bit longer, so well done on that. Then just all these weird names on MEXC. Someone grabbed 18.3% of Cockroach. So also iBox ran well. I know there's a whole bunch of members that profited well from iBox. This was an Open AI GL or something. Was also one of the bigger runners. Yeah, someone grabbed 19%. Someone else grabbed about 10%. 15.5% from Puffin. So even though the market sometimes looks a bit slower, there's always coins popping up. And if you're in then, obviously you'll know about it immediately when someone else sees it.
Oh yeah.
Let's have a look. Here was another multiple trades, 7% and 6% by one of our trainers. So yes, if you're in the den and you see the calls and you help call coins, there's definitely opportunities to grab some profit.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'd seen that BMX being called, and that 6.35% was mine. When I had the little time to scalp in between everything else, and it was, yeah, because we've been looking at it, setting alerts, and then just grabbing it when it breaks that resistance, and you're looking at those timeframes. It's all about timeframes, the indicators, and the community as well. And speaking of, and another great segue, speaking about the community and alerts, we've got some phenomenal bots that we use over in Hodlnots. A lot of you have heard about the latest addition to the bot family, relatives of Vicky, but it's a Hodlfire bot. But the one that's been around a little longer is the good old BB Rider bot. And this is something phenomenal that our community make use of. I use it every single day. It makes finding these coins that are running on the 1, 5, and 15 a lot easier, especially if there's so much going on. And Wendy, I think you're going to be showing us a little bit of a teaser today, or actually a little bit of the workings of the BB Rider bots, and maybe a little of a Hodlfire because it's so hot right now. But yeah, over to you.
I can do both. All right. So I'll tell you a little bit about the BB Rider. So the BB Rider, we were really, really pleased when we got this down. This was a long time in the coding and the programming with our programmer. People need to know that we have an exceptional programmer. He's been with us for the entire length of Hodlnots, pretty much. And he's a coder. He has 36 years of experience, and he does it for a living. So he and I worked on this for quite some time. And what it is, it's the scalper's, what we call the scalper's dream. Okay. So the reason we call it the scalper's dream is because this particular bot is only for scalp traders. So we want to make sure that you are aware of that, because if you don't scalp trade on short time frames, you're not going to find the value in it as much as those people who are scalp trading. So this is what it looks like. So you can see what it is it's a bot channel. It's a Telegram channel that you buy and get into. When we first came out with this, it was so good. We offered it at $120 a month, and that's USD. That's that good. So I'm just telling you, just because we lowered the price to help everybody doesn't mean that it's not a good bot. We're lowering it so you can make abundance and you can profit. We want all scalpers to be able to afford this. And we do realize that because of the holidays, because the market's been a tough market for scalpers for quite some time, we really want you to be able to have this extra tool. So we've lowered the price from 120 to, I believe it's now, it was at 60, and I think we even reduced it recently to $40. I think that's what it is right now. But this right here, and let me explain to you how it works. It's on KuCoin and Binance, but we have now added and made it more powerful, and we've added it to Mexi. So Mexi is the platform that a lot of the USA and the Canadians can get on, and some other people who've been kind of kicked off of KuCoin and Binance. So now Mexi is one that a lot of people are scalp trading because of the big percentage gain. But the way the BB Rider works is it will bring up notices to you on the exchanges, whatever the exchange is on, Binance, KuCoin, and now Mexi, and you'll get either a green check mark or a red X. And it is only on 3 time frames. It's on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and the 15-minute time frames, because we don't really go much past that when we're minute scalping. And what it does is it will do a green candle if there is more than one candle on a Bollinger run, which is what we look for. It is in the process of a run when you find this, when you get it. So if you're struggling at all trying to find runners that are actually hitting the Bollinger and running up the Bollinger, this is what the BB Rider does. It's the Bollinger Band rider. It rides the Bollinger Band. So when you get more than one candle, it could be 3 candles, but it's more than one, meaning it's at least 2 candles are hugging that Bollinger. It will throw a green check. So if there's a green check on 5 minutes, or if there's one on 15 minutes, that means you've been scalp trading on 1 minute for quite some time. If you've got a nice Bollinger run on 15 minutes, you've got some nice scalp trading going on. Now, the thing is, when we first designed this bot, somebody came back and said, this is a fantastic bot. We love the way it finds runs. The problem is that a lot of times when it ticks off the green X, there's no volume on it. It doesn't have buyers on the coin. So it was like they were wasting their time because a lot of these didn't have volume when the market was not running very good. Now we added the volume to it. So it is even more powerful than it was before because the volume is there. So as you can see on this particular slide, OP came in on KuCoin with 187. It also came in on Binance at 153. And then it came in again, and it will keep coming in signaling if the volume is increasing, which is telling you the run is going on this one at 232. So it will keep firing off the more the volume increases or decreases on a coin. So it's really, really powerful. So this is the BB Rider. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I want to show you the actual live channel, and let's do a demo.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, and I'll show you where Luna and Luke both went on this one. So let me get out of there and let me share my screen again. And this is really interesting. Okay, so everybody can see the channel now. And you can see this is live. So if you want to look on your own screens, you can see that now. But you can see DYDX, volume 95, DYDX, 65, it's decreasing, DYDX. It's 268 here on KuCoin. DYDX is 122. But this is when Luna and Luke went off. Let me go down here now. Furthermore, you can see how many it puts off. It puts off all the time. And this one right here on Maxi Toke, if you want to go back and look at that, that happened about 8 minutes ago. It's running. It's got 2 candles at least on 15, 5, and 1. So this is one that we would probably be working on because it's got the volume with it. And then this one here has 1. This one here, Toke, the volume went to 0. So this means probably retracing on one of those time frames. We can look at some of them in a minute, but right here you can see where the volume is increasing or decreasing. This one had 1. This one, I'm trying to look for one with a lot of volume on it. Let me pop over to another screen, and I'll look at this at the same time. Hold on, because I can't see them both. Okay, so this was when we called it just a minute ago. This was LUNC. And you can see now it's got a nice run. It's been running for 45 minutes on the 15-minute time frame. So if we go back to the 5-minute, you can see it's got a nice Bollinger run here of more than 2 candles. So if we're on the 1-minute on this, and you have to kind of know how to scalp trade, but this was the run when it was called, it was running up this Bollinger here. So now it's still in a trend of a coin that's going up, but it's not fit to buy right at the moment for scalpers. And this is what we teach on Hodlnots on the course, is how to know when to get in and out of these coins fast and furious.
You can look at one that's running quite nicely. Yeah, look at ZBC. It's just coming on the BB Rider as well a couple of minutes ago. ZBC on KuCoin. Some nice volume coming in. And yeah, so.
Let's look at this one. Oh, there you go. There's a really nice run coming in. So this one here, I'm on 1 minute. Did it just do a green check on 1 minute? I'm looking. Yeah, there it is, 1 and 15 minute. So there's 3 minute is going nicely and 15 minute is going really nicely. It's ready for a retracement, but it's look at all these candles. This one has been running for a long time. So for those of us who are running this one recently, there's about 7% in the last couple hours on this one. So this one is not as a big a percentage gainer as some of the ones that you're seeing on Maxi, but it is. This is a nice percentage gain that you can make during the day on. This is probably a bigger liquidity coin as well, if I'm not mistaken. So you can definitely see how it can find these runs, and this is key for those of us who are scalp trading. We don't want to scalp trade any of this in here. We want to scalp trade just the Bollinger runs, and this is what we teach, and how to find these runs. But the BB Rider is one of these tools that will find the runs as they are going. We'll do another one just to see. You can see Halo's running. So this is how it finds it for you really, really fast. So we brought the price of this one down so that everybody could really afford it. And if you're in our den, you even get a discount from there too, because we want you trading with us. And so you can see here, this one's running really nicely too, along with the buy sell tags that we have on the Hodlnator. So over to you, John, if anybody has any questions about the BB Rider. But it usually registers when there's two going, but that doesn't mean it's the ideal time to buy. It just means that this is a potential run for you. And if you catch it early enough, you'll be able to grab a few candles on it and you'll know what to do when you scalp trade.
Yeah, so we were just looking at that. I see we've got somebody joining us on the call. We're going to just quickly pop him down over there. He can, here we go. Thanks for joining us, Marius. We're just putting you down
Trying
there.
the cookies.
We should put him on Wendy's shoulders, whispering in the ear there. Yeah, we were
There
just.
you go.
You can't leave Marius there. Move me onto the horse, and he can take my seat.
Marius,
He likes the cookies. He's happy with the cookies.
that's fine. I mean, Marius, you're more than welcome. Thanks for joining us. You're more than welcome to jump in. We were talking a little earlier just around Binance and CZ and him stepping down as CEO. I mean, you're more than welcome to jump in there, of course.
No, that's good. Thank you very much. I don't believe this big thing with Binance is really going to play out negative for us. It's actually going to play out positive. Because remember this now, John, the more legislation and regulation there is, the better for the crypto industry.
Absolutely. And I think that this development is good. That transparency is important, and yeah, going forward with regulations and stuff, like you're saying, it has a big impact going forward for the future of crypto.
Correct. Absolutely. You're going to see Bitcoin is going to move very soon. It's actually starting now already. Effectively, look at it in this way. CZ is going to pay a fine of $4.3 million, and that is going to make Binance legal. Wow. And it could become legal in America within about a year. Remember I said within about a year, they're going to allow Binance back. Now, whether the US government controls Binance is another story, but that doesn't matter anyway, because we all like something that's legal and regulated. I don't mind to have a fair playground, and that's what we want. Then we know what we can and cannot do. So I'm happy about it. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you for chiming in and joining us. We'll keep you here on the show. You're our lucky charm up above there, above the horseshoe, tying in there quite nicely. Thanks for that, Marius. Yeah, Wendy, thank you for showing us the BB Rider and it being able to, both in KuCoin, or actually all three, KuCoin, Binance, and MEXC, being able to find those runs when those candles are on the 1, 5, and 15 Bollinger Bands, and also talks about the incoming volume. Really great to be able to watch that in real time. I watch that daily as well, because you can look at the order books, look at the liquidity, see what the buyers and sellers are doing. But you touched on briefly on the HODL Fire, and in terms of you looking at LUNC, we were looking at Luna and that run. You're more than welcome to share again the HODL Fire, and again, we do look at it from from a scalper's perspective, but it's really, really powerful. Now we've been seeing you on social media, your tweets and your posts around, I think it was FET, sorry, 195% in 20 days, and that's just from those who are looking at the bottom and upper pivot points as well. So you can give us a quick rundown, perhaps either on FET or LUNC, perhaps. Looking at those, the buy sell tags, and how the HODL Fire works.
Yes, the HODL Fire itself is a wonderful indicator, but this is not really for scalpers. So this is for everybody, and we want everybody to be able to have this tool and to have this indicator, and that's why we have gotten this one really super duper cheap. It doesn't mean that it's not a powerful and it's a cheap indicator. I don't really like that word, but for some reason, people think that something has to be ridiculously expensive when it's ridiculously good. And it doesn't have to be. We really want you to have this indicator and be able to pay for it in your very first trade. So let me show you how the best, there's a couple ways you can use the HODL Fire. And this is really the only indicator that you need to trade with. If you've never had a course, you don't know anything about trading, you really need to know how to buy a coin, sell a coin, and use a stop loss. If you can get that down, and we're in the future, we're going to have a short little mini course on that. to help those people who are new. But if you don't know anything about trading at all, let's just say that you want to trade, what was that coin? FET. Okay.
FET,
So
yeah.
let's just say, yeah, FET is a good coin. It's got good liquidity on it. And I've turned everything off but the HODL fire. Okay. So now let's go back in time, and you want to use the HODL fire. It works best on the 1 hour, the 2 hour, or the 4 hour. These will play out between about 1.5 to 2 days. Every 2 days, you'll get one playing out on 1 hour. And of course, it takes a little bit longer on 2 hour, and then 4 hour, it might play out in 5 days. Okay. So let's go back and look at FET, and we're going to go on the 1 hour. For those people who are on the call that are traders, I want you to look at this. Everybody that knows technical analysis or that knows how to trade would know this is in a Bollinger. This is in a channel, and it goes up and down, and basically the coin is going sideways before the coin takes off and it decides to do a nice little run up. Okay. But in a sideways run, everybody's just sitting in their long-term trades right here, not making a lot of money. Well, FET, Marius called FET quite some time ago. Let's go back here, this one here, October. He was calling FET, FET was running, they were all getting in it. And you can see here on the bottom pivot, you want to buy on the bottom pivots. That's the only one you want to buy on. Now, what the incredible thing about the HODL fire is, it has built-in alerts. Okay, so you right click on it and you can see the alerts here, and it says add an alert on the HODL fire. And right here, we've limited what you can and can't do on this indicator because it will affect the win rate. So there's a lot of coding in the background on these pivots. They are very special pivots that they're dialed into another indicator that doesn't have anything to do with crypto. And I'm going to tell you about that in a minute and why that is so special with this. But right here, you're going to go down and you're going to want to know when the neon bar comes in. Boom. That's all you do. Now you wait for that one alert to go off. When it goes off, now I'm going to blow this up so you can see it. Okay. The safest time to buy will be on that neon candle. Now, this goes against a lot of our trading and how you scalp trade. But this is how we do the HODL fire strategy is we buy there. And once you buy in, you go back to this indicator, you right click on it, and then you want to set the alert for the top pivot. That's all you do. Now you sit around and wait. And for those people who are new, you really want to go in here into the HODL fire, and we'll go into this right here into the cogwheel, and you want to turn off those buy sell tags. It's going to even make it easier for you. You're not going to have to guess when it retraces whether you're going to get in and out of the coin. So for brand new beginners, you buy here, you right click here, you set the alert for the top pivot. When the top pivot comes in, you cash out. On this particular run right here, you could have made about 29% in almost 2 days, little under 2 days. Realistically, if you got a good part of that trade, a good 20%. Now, 20%, if you had $1,000 on this at 20% in about a day and a half, almost 2 days, you would have made you a nice little income. Okay, that's how easy it is. This right here would have played out between October 24th and October 26th. So this is one way that you can play it. The other way you can play is buy on the bottom and sell at the top. Forget about the neon candle. Just play pivot to pivot. Some people are doing that. Then you turn around. You would buy this bottom pivot on an hour, cash out at 41% profit. This one you would have bought in on October 27th. This one, October 29th. Again, 2 days, waiting for it to play out. And as you're seeing it go up, the nice thing to do would be to put on a stop loss, capturing your profit as it's going up 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. Move that stop loss up, capture your profit as long as you're not too close. And again, cashing out when you get this alert in, cash out. Now, what happens? Now, some people have asked me that. What happens when you have 2 tops? Doesn't matter. What happens when you have 3 tops? Doesn't matter. What happens when you have 2 consecutive bottoms? Like boom, boom. Doesn't matter. You buy on a bottom and you wait it out. It may go a little bit lower, but then you're going to cash out still on a top pivot. So you ignore the extra ones. You buy on the bottom, cash out at the top, 18%. Buy at the bottom, 34%. Buy at the bottom, 12%. You can see just over a short period of time how incredibly, insanely wonderful this thing is. This is one coin, and every single day, day and a half, 2 days, you're making almost another $200 or 120 if you have $1,000 on. I'm just using that for an example. Okay, this one right here, 46%. And this was from November 18th, just this last week, and they cashed out on the 20th. Again, 2 days, 46% profit. And Marius called this one. So right here, when they come in, they always come in as temporary, but you can buy on the temporaries. Okay, for 2060 here. And now we're going again. But now you can see if you're doing a 4-hour, it's going to take a little bit longer. This pivot here, October 19th, played out on the 30th. So this is a longer hold, but that's 96% profit, guys. Okay, think about that one. Forget the top, buy the bottom, cash out at the top. Buy the bottom, cash out at the top. You see how it works? And this is the way we play it. So if you play pivot to pivot, that's great. But sometimes just know it will make a lower pivot. It may disappear. It may make a lower one, but that's okay. You're still going to be making profits on this, even in a channel going sideways. Because this is just one coin, for instance. But let's do ADA, Cardano. A lot of people hold Cardano. And let's just see what it's doing lately. And of course, it's beautiful because the market's been going up. So it's even better. But now you can see a bottom pivot here. There is no top pivot. It could have had a top pivot that you might have cashed out on. Here's another bottom pivot. But this is the top pivot for this one. Buy, 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 sell, buy. You can see how it goes over and over. But even this right here, this is buying on the 18th of November, cashing out on the 20th. So this one played out on a 4-hour much quicker. But as you can see, it's in a channel. It's channeling sideways. But you're being able to make beautiful, beautiful profits off of this if you just use this one indicator and the built-in alert. So again, the HODL fire strategy on these, on the longer time frames, you might not have gotten very much. It is the safer risk. But again, sometimes it comes in right at the pivot. This one, you would have gotten it here and ridden it up to here. This one here, you would have gotten it here and you would have ridden it up the whole way. So again, don't worry about it, but it works the same on every single coin. And the beauty thing is that because the way we have these pivots coded, they're unlike any other pivots out there. Because of the way we have them coded, it will work on any chart on TradingView. So some people have said, you're kidding me. Okay, well, let's go to stocks. Okay, ADA is not a stock. So you have to go to stocks. Let's just use it on Tesla. It's the first one up there. It works on the Tesla, on your stock. How crazy is that? Okay. And again, you want to do it from 1 hour to up to the day. You want to do it on the higher time frames. 1 hour and 2 hour will pay out a lot more often than 4 hour to 8 hour. But 4 to 8 hour, if you're holding them, they can give you bigger percentage gains. You know, thank you for letting me demo that and show everybody that it's a very, very simplistic way for people who have never gotten in the market of crypto before. And you're able to afford this, and hopefully you should be able to pay for it on your very first cash out trade. Just to let everybody know, we've got this thing at $30 a month. So your first trade, everybody should be able to, and yes, everybody keeps telling me over and over and over, $100 a month is too cheap on this thing. And we know how powerful it is, but we don't want to increase the price, guys. We want it to be affordable. We want you to have this. And we want you to be able to get into abundance. So let's all try it. And if you haven't ever tried it, free coupon, 7 days free. If you've never tried it, please try it.
Absolutely. And there's some great information all around that. If any of you do have questions, of course, you can always drop a support ticket over at bitcointough.com in their back office. What I'm quickly going to do is just share my screen. And I quickly want to show you, ladies and gents, just what we've been talking about. Just as a brief reminder, this is the bitcointaf.com store. And this is for any of those who wanted to have a look at the BB Rider, which is one of our premium bots. This is for those of you who are not in the den and the lodge. This is the once-off immediate access to the BB Rider, being able to find those coins that are on the upper Bollinger Band, for those of you who know what that means, on 1, 5, and 15 across the 3 exchanges. If, again, you are in the den and the lodge, you do get that discount. It is an add-on, of course. There is that. But then this is what we've been talking about now, the super hot on fire indicator. We're talking about the HODL fire. And again, you see the regular price. For those of you who don't have access to the den and the lodge, hint, hint, there is, of course, the subsidy, that discount there of that, and the power of that Wendy was just showing you multiple times on our calls, on Marius's calls. There is a lot of value there. The great news, as Michelle hinted at and shared a little earlier, is the great news we've been talking about, launched on Monday of this week, running until next week, Tuesday, and that is the Black Friday specials. Now, there's a great example of those bountiful bots, and in terms of it including both the BB Rider and the HODL Fire, you get that 6-month sub as well. There it has another one as well, the BB for me. I love that name. Yeah, so there's a lot to look at, all those emojis coming through. And exactly, we're all celebrating all of that. Great prices and far more affordable. Grab them while you can, because again, while you can visit these here in the bitcointaf.com online store, make use of these Black Friday specials. All right, this is what you want to be looking at in terms of those great bots. Of course, that and so much more. Check out all the Black Friday deals over at bitcointaf.com. Michelle has dropped in the link a little earlier in the chat, bitcointaf.com/Black Friday. Otherwise, you can check it out on the website itself. The Black Friday specials will pop up at the top. Cool. Sport Ticket also over there in the chat. So yeah, lots of value, lots going on at bitcointaf.com. Over here in the Hodlnots, you can see percentages in minutes, dollars in minutes. And again, if you're into the slightly longer time frames, kind of like a Snuggle, the HODL Fire strategy, and some of those intraday trading, there is a lot of potential as well. Thank you, Wendy. Thanks for sharing that with us. Always great. Yeah. And if again,
can I say one more thing? Can I say
by all means, you got 4 minutes. Yeah.
4 minutes. I'll do it in like really a few seconds. Okay. I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Yes. Everybody is with their families in America and celebrating Thanksgiving. And we just want to wish you guys a happy eating. And here's some cookies. Take some of these beautiful cookies and enjoy them as well.
And yeah, enjoy the pumpkin pie, enjoy the turkey.
Pecan
Missed
pie.
that opportunity.
Pecan.
Oh,
Pecan.
pecan. It's pecan.
No, not in America. It's pecan.
You fancy
I'm
people.
telling you, it's
yeah,
pecan.
Potato, potato, pecan, pecan, whatever. Anyway,
fried
yes.
barbecue, same thing.
Yeah. Whoa.
I don't want to start a riot here. Oopsie.
Yeah, exactly. Brian barbecue, same thing.
Marcel will slap you with a turkey leg. All right. So, ladies and gents, thanks for joining us on the Hodlnots Happy Hour.
John, sorry, just before we go, 2 things. If you'd like to get a coupon for the HODL Fire and the BB Rider, if you're not in the den, please just create a support ticket and we'll help you out there. Most of the people in our den have already used their coupons because we also gave them free coupons for it. But if you haven't, just drop a support ticket. And the other thing I wanted to do, we weren't going to, but I'm going to make an executive decision. And I'd like to give away 25 BTAF tokens to anyone that can tell me what the 8 is for.
What?
In the upper.
Oh my goodness.
We have an 8.
I know, I didn't want to mention it.
8 seconds left.
Well, that's true at the moment, but if you can put it in the Q&A, any ideas what that 8 is for? It goes with the whole theme, and let's just give away some BTAF tokens. Sure. 25 BTAF tokens.
Oh my goodness, I have no clue. I'm even clueless on that one.
You got to think like Vicky. Come on, anyone want to take a stab? Free guesses are.
I see a couple of people on here that should know what that's for, maybe.
Well,
Wendy should know because she's from the state that does a lot of them.
Yes.
Huh?
Mhm.
I'm lost.
And
They
I know, I
don't
know.
want-
Someone ate a turkey.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
let's
that's
not
right.
eat
I
the
can do that.
turkey.
Hey.
No, we're getting some
Getting kinda
answers.
closer. No, no.
Getting some answers. No.
Has it got
8
something to
hours?
do- Has it got something to do with what's below that 8? There's 2 items just below that 8, kind of tied in there.
It's pretty much the entire background at the moment. So it's, there's a bull, there's a rope. Oh, Jeffrey's really close.
He's close, but not of the
Really
inanimate-
close.
not the inanimate object kind. Come on.
Really
Cowboys
close.
How long can you hold on for?
Okay, Jeffrey's closer, so it is. We have a winner.
Yes,
We have a
well
winner.
done.
8 seconds on a riding bull?
8 seconds on a riding bull. There we go.
Okay.
So Jeffrey, good job. If you'd like to just give us your, well, we have your we have your wallet, Jeffrey.
8
So
seconds
we
is
will
a
give
long
you those
time to be
25
riding
big tap
a
tokens.
rodeo bull or a bronco, that's for sure. 8 seconds is a heck of a long time. But well done, Jeffrey. You wrote it out, and we're out of time. It's going to be the DTM call for those of you who are attending that. But
Okay,
yeah, so Jeffrey,
sorry.
well done. Thanks, Vicky, for that impromptu. Love it. Seeing people. Sorry, Kevin. Nope. All right, but yeah, BB Rider, Hot Fire Indicator. So much fun, so much happening. Thanks, Michelle, for the news updates on BitcoinTap.com. Wendy, thank you for the your input as well. Marius as well. Thanks for your little input over there.
Yeah,
also,
thanks,
as
Marius.
usual, yeah, thanks everybody. Great call. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks again. And for those of you celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. And I think Marcel, you can end off with one last announcement. What's happening over
Yeah, I almost forgot to mention it. For those of you that are members, we do have a target chase starting tomorrow at 10 a.m. UTC. And unfortunately, being ignorant South African, I forgot about Thanksgiving. So it's going over Thanksgiving, but I'm sure the Americans will still be able to dominate.
Not a dirty tactic at all.
Uh-oh,
win
that's a
anyway.
dirty
That's not
tactic.
Yeah,
Everybody's
not
with
at
their
all.
All that
family.
drinking.
You
I
Half of
actually
us
should have known because
Yeah,
I'm
they're
a big
gonna be
into
partying.
I'm big into American barbecue, so I should have known.
Yeah.
And they're in football, they're doing football, they're putting up decorations, they're shopping, and you're gonna do
And
a
they're
target
not
check.
trading.
How
So for
could
everyone
you,
that
And, yeah.
It's okay.
Mm.
Okay.
for everyone that doesn't
It will
know,
give you
this-
another excuse, Wendy, when you lose.
when we lose, are you
for a
saying?
new- for a new target
Challenge
chase.
accepted.
Wow, we're up against the wall. Okay, America. The rest of the world, let's go. Just jump on when you
We
can.
won't defeat you by too large a margin. You guys enjoy your pecan pie and your turkeys.
Pecan.
All right, we're out here.
Come
Time's
on.
up. Gotta go. All right, thanks everybody.
Goodbye,
See you in 2
everybody.
weeks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Ciao, everyone.